stupid. I feel like this whole video is just, I can't give you an answer to these questions, but these are questions that have been asked that I want to answer. How are ya?
Hi, how are you?
I thought that it would be fun to answer some frequently asked questions. Hi, pig. So I have actually wanted to do like a Q&A before, but anytime that I've asked for anyone to ask us questions, I just get like 1 or 2 questions here and there, and so haven't just had enough to like do a full-blown video on it. But I thought that the couple questions that I have seen repetitive, I would just go ahead and address those. So we will start with where me and Kenny met. And we actually met in 6th grade. So we were like friends of friends. We had friends that were friends in middle school. And then I moved away for 8th grade year and I moved back. And we weren't really friends like for freshman year. And then he moved away, and then I actually became friends with his brothers that I didn't know were even his brothers. I didn't know he had brothers. I didn't know they existed. And then, to make a long story short, I ended up hanging out with his brothers, ran back into him, and here we are over a decade later. Next question is where Kenny works. And he works for my stepdad. His job is actually why we live in Ohio now instead of Colorado, because the business was moving out here and that was his job. And he is a subcontractor for UPS. So basically anything that they break or that could go wrong at a UPS building, he goes and fixes it. This question I actually got a lot is if we want more pets. If for some reason you don't know, we have 2 dogs, 2 ferrets, a pig, and a cat. Do I plan on getting any more animals? Like, no, there's not intentions there. The cat was not planned. That was not, I didn't want her. She wasn't my idea. I love her. Her super cute. Not so nice always. But, like, I don't have intentions on getting pets. They just kind of happen. It just kind of happens. I have an extreme love for animals. Animals were more my friends than, like, people were my friends. Maybe that's a story for a whole nother time. So, I mean, I can't really say like, no, we're done getting animals and I'm not getting any more, but like, I'm not gonna say, yeah, I got a plan, let's go get some animals. The other half of this question was actually if there's any animals that I don't own that I want, and that's yes. There's lots of animals that I would love to have that my husband would probably divorce me if I got, and some of them aren't even like realistic actual pets that you probably could have. An otter, I would absolutely love to have an otter, and I know that my like family members that are watching this think I'm completely bonkers, but like, I don't know, I really like my fuzzy furry friends and like even slimy scaly friends. We don't have any reptiles, but I did like when I was a kid. Anyways, next question would obviously be, are we having any more kids? This also is a question where I can't say like, yeah, we're gonna have another kid, but like at the same time, I'm not saying like, no, we're done, we're not having any more. Anybody that's anybody could see I have 3 girls, and so like obviously I'm not ashamed to say, I mean, I would like to have a boy. But then on the other hand, my odds are obviously not 50-50, so I'm not like planning to just have babies till I have a boy, because that's not realistic. But again, I can't really say that like yes or no. A question that I have received a couple times as well is, does Lily want to make a YouTube channel, and if so, would I let her? The answer is yes, she does, and when she's 13. So I have actually posted a couple videos here and there about like depression and anxiety, and it's more of just like, hey, this is how I felt lately or whatever. But I've been asked questions about that before, like what helps me and whatever. I will say I'm not like diagnosed anything. I've not been to a doctor and has like actually said that there's any like issues with me. I just know that like when I'm not feeling 100%, or when I pull into a parking lot and there's a bunch of cars and like, yeah, that's anxiety. Anyway, so I mean, as far as like what do I do that helps, well, something that I think probably would help would be like a change in diet. Not eating processed food. I literally don't eat anything that's good for me at all, ever. That is something that I have heard that can definitely change like the way that you feel. I mean, like physically and emotionally. So but as far as like what I do personally, I mean, me personally, I don't leave my house, and I don't associate with many people that are over the age of 11 most days. Yeah, so moving on. Another question that I have been asked several times is cleaning out my garage. I have a part 1 and a part 2. Where's part 3? Or when is it going to be finished? I mean, I can't give you it. I feel like this whole video is just, I can't give you an answer to these questions. But these are questions that have been asked that I want to answer. But I do want to clean out the garage. There is not a part 3. I would love to have just a I fully cleaned out my garage finally video. Right now, like, it's like 10 degrees and snowing, so that it's not realistic to do it in the winter where I live. And honestly, really truthfully, I'm kind of hoping that maybe by the summertime we can just be like packing and move instead of have to clean it out. On that note, before I get a bunch of questions, like, no, I'm not moving. But yes, I'm looking for a bigger house because we have 2 dogs and 2 ferrets and a cat and a pig and 4 adults and 3 children that live in this house, and it's just not really big enough for all of us. And I would like to have some space. And one last question that I get asked on videos frequently is if we could do some challenges. I would love to do some challenges. I mean, I do plan on challenging myself, like with, you know, like working out and dieting and whatnot. But I don't know that you all want to watch that. If you do, let me know. But if you have any suggestions for challenges that you would like to see or have us do, leave them in the comments. Lily comes up with ideas, but they're all like, let's spend 24 hours in your bed and see who leaves last. Like, that's not realistic for me personally, because like I have 6 animals that I can't, the dogs can't stay inside for 24 hours. I have to take them out. And I have a 3-nager and a 5-year-old that like need to be tended to. We can't just lay in bed all day. It's not realistic. But if you have suggestions, let me know. I hope that if you've asked any of these questions, I mean, I guess I kind of gave you answers. If you have more questions, I really would like to sit down and do like an actual Q&A, possibly with Kenny. If you have questions, let me know. As always, make sure you're subscribed, follow us on all the things. We also have TikTok, and hey, stay wacky, fam.